Hard Cut fam, what's good with you? It's your boy Juice, dog. What's going on, everybody around the world, wherever you at? Today's topic is, what good is a dog show? Cause I know y'all heard me talk about it several times. I told you King Creed won the BRC dog show. But I'm thinking to myself, what do people even know what this actually means to win a dog show? Because I've never myself, I know all the people I grew up with, all the people in my neighborhood, I've never known anybody to win a dog show or even go into a dog show. Until I got into this, I've met other people that introduced me, but I've never met people that I grew up with that ever been to a dog show or let alone won one. So I won one, so that means something in my community. But does it really make a difference in selling puppies? Does it really make a difference in the price of the puppy, in the attractiveness of the puppy? I mean, what is the customer looking for, in other words? What's the customer looking for? Is it color? Is it structure? Or is it a national champion bloodline? Because most customers I run into just on the street don't even know anything about national champion bloodline, and they don't know anything about structure, conformation. So they're really going off of color and look. And if that's the case, what good is a dog show? So let me real quick give you a few definitions of what a dog show is, what conformation is. All right, so we're gonna give you a quick definition of what a dog show is, so we can get an understanding of conformation, dog shows, and all this. So let me give you this. This is according to the AKC, American Kennel Club. The official term for dog shows is conformation, as in the act of confirming or producing conformity. Confirming or producing conformity. While a dog show may look like a beauty pageant, it's not. Dogs are not being compared to each other. They are being measured by how closely they conform to the standard of their particular breed. This is what the purpose is supposed to be. Let me read that one more time. The official term for dog shows is conformation. That is conformation. It's the dog show is to see how the breed is conforming to what the standards of the breed is. It's supposed to be the best of the best to come up and say this is how it is out in the field, and we are conforming to the standards of the breed. So let me go on with it. The official term for dog shows is conformation, as in the act of conforming or producing conformity. While a dog show may look like a beauty pageant, it's not. Dogs are not being compared to each other. Not being compared to each other. They are being measured by how closely they conform to the standard of the particular breed. I don't know if that's how I've been at the ones I don't know if it's always to that extent. Let me go on. So let me give you another one. According to the VCA, the dog hospital people, although many people show dogs for fun, the real purpose of dog shows is to evaluate the quality breeding stock in order to maintain the integrity of the breed. A winning dog has good conformation, appearance, and structure, which makes him or her likely to produce high quality, purebred puppies. Now notice they go by appearance and structure. That's not a typo. They didn't just put that in this particular. Everybody does go by this. They cannot look at the dogs internally in the ring, but they can look at the structure and color and say, is this the breed's standard? Does it conform to the breed standards? Does it have conformation? Does it have conformation? So what good is the dog show if they don't follow these standards, and we start going off of looks of each other. Now, this is the purpose of a dog show. This is what it's for, is to make sure the breed standards are being upheld by the breeders, and that the dogs that we're producing are to that standard. It just so happens they're going to give out trophies and all that, but the whole show, everybody in the place should have confirmation, because they're in the show. That's what it's for. If you ain't subscribed to the channel yet, please, man, take a second, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the little notification bell, then you can be notified whenever we do what we do. That's to all of our subscribers, man. Peace and thank you to all the subscribers, all the new subscribers. We're growing by leaps and bounds, and we ain't stopping at the lights. So I appreciate everybody that came on board and got off the bench for the big win. If you haven't done it yet, come on off the bench for the big win. Hit the subscribe button now. Okay, so we understand now what confirmation is, what the dog show is supposed to be for. So when I tell you that Creed won the dog show, the BRC, I'm saying he's got confirmation. He didn't just get in the dog show, he conformed. They said yes, he's to the standards. So that's what I mean when I say a dog show. I don't mean, well, he was better than these 3 dogs that was next to him. No, that's not what I'm talking about. He was better than such and such bully kennel, and that's because I'm such and such bully. And I'm not saying that either. I'm saying he won the dog show. He has confirmation, because that's the purpose of a dog show. Now, beyond that, you have, is it healthy? Is it breathing good? All of these things that they can't check internally, but they can check if the dog is passing out in the ring. If the dog is hyperventilating in the ring, I don't think they should win. I don't care how it looks. But as long as everybody does what they're supposed to do, the purpose of the dog show is to keep the integrity of that particular breed. We so happen to be talking about American bullies, but it's for all dogs. What I read you is from the American Kennel Club. That's small dogs. They don't even take bullies, so that's everybody else. So the standard of the breed is in writing for each registry's dog show, and each registry's dog show has its standards. So in other words, ABKC has a dog show, and they have their standards that they want you to conform to win their dog show. So they have standards of what a pocket is, how high a pocket should be, how much it should weigh, all this and that, what color, all of this. BRC has a registry and a dog show. So when they have theirs, they can say, well, we think American Bully can be exotic too. So these are the standards to this, and these are the standards to pockets, and these are the standards to XL, everything else. So each registry has its own standards of what confirmation is. So that's why on a bigger level I say, what good is the dog show if we're just competing against each other? Now, if we're competing for the standard of the breed, then there's got to be a set standard. So I think there needs to be an actual club altogether for the American Bully, but that's a whole different subject. But that's just the definition of it, and that's what it's about. Now, does a regular person know this? Oh, the regular person had no idea this. The regular person know that you won a dog show. Now, to a breeder, that you do know this. Does it matter that I won a dog show, or do you need to be the national champion? Does it matter that you won a dog show, or do you need to be best in show? There's different dog shows, and they all come into play when you talk about confidence. I mean, there's different types of dog shows. Some shows are benched. I don't know if it's where they're still just everything has to stand still in one place. Now, the BRC show the particular BRC show that we went to in Stillwater, Oklahoma, that King Creed won on his first time out. He won and got the blue medal. I think I might have had that out today. I was doing some paperwork, and I might just so happen to have King Creed's blue ribbon for winning the BRC dog show. So, he does have confirmation. Just the first time. But this particular show I went to, now I was with Stumpy's Bullies. We had a table set up together, and we had a ton of ribbons. Stumpy's was killing them. But there were 4 different dog shows throughout that day. It may have been throughout that weekend. I went on a Saturday. I did not go back Sunday. I went on Saturday. And I didn't make the first couple shows. I think I made the third show. Third show we won. But after there was 4 different shows throughout the day, different dog shows, and there's people from all over, from all over. I don't want to say where nationally, but it was definitely nationally, maybe worldwide. There's people from all over. But there's 4 different shows throughout the day, and then at the end of the show, there was a special show with all these special classes, like hardest puppet. The show which I wanted was the hardest puppet show, just because I'm Hard Cut Bully Kennels. It would have been great for us to have that trophy. So that's what I wanted. We would have won that too, but Creed didn't have enough training to know how to stand next to the other puppies. He still wanted to play and everything else, and I didn't have enough experience to have bait. What they call, what a term for a dog in a dog show is bait. And that's using your treats and everything to stimulate the dog and keep him in time. I didn't have any of that doing, at our first show. We wasn't ready for all that. So he's trying to slap the other dog next to him, and we didn't get hardest puppet at the show. But the judge was on us. He'd walk through everybody. We would have won. He just couldn't keep his cool during that situation. But there were, after the 4 shows, then there's a special show at the end with special trophies and all this that you can buy into. So you paid, you bought in for everything else, and then there's another show that you can buy into that you'll try out. And then people were, after they seen who was out there, say it was 4 or 5 dogs out there in your class, and then the guy said, well, I think my dog's better than 4 or 5. Let me go buy in now. He ain't buying before. They wait to the end. Let me go buy in now. So there's all kind of things happening. We were not privy of any of the experience of those other breeders. We just dusted ourselves off and went and won the dog show. Confirmation. So, for me, from my personal experience, it was a real good experience. It served purpose for me because my dog has confirmation. I don't know what good it's going to do to a dog that you run up on and he got flaws all over him. I don't know what good it is for him, but for my dog in particular, for the people that are educated on what a dog show is for, the purpose of it, which should be all of you now, it means a lot, because it means the dog has confirmation. And this whole thing is to see is the breed producing purebred pups. The most likely of the breed to produce purebred pups. So he is that. So does it matter? Yes, it does matter, because we have to keep the integrity of the breed, and that is the purpose of the dog show. Does it matter to the average customer? Most of the time it doesn't, but if you got a responsible breeder that can get the point across like I'm trying to do here, then yeah, it does matter, because I can explain to you that this dog has confirmation, and we're pretty sure that he's going to have purebred puppies because of this. Now, with that being said, excuse me, how do you get in a dog show? Let me try to break that down. The first thing you need to do is whatever registry your dog is under, be it ABKC, BRC, UKC, whatever. You need to find the website for that registry, and they'll have a list of where they have shows. Find a show in your area and get to it. Now, in my case, I didn't even have to find a dog under my show under my registry. I just found out that there was a dog show in Stillwater. Just so happened that it was BRC and my dog was ABKC. But when you get to the show, they will have official people there. If you have your paperwork there and the dog there, they'll give you paperwork on the site. They can register your dog on the site. In other words, you'll pay the $20, do the registration. They'll give you a receipt or whatever. But just like all the other papers, you gotta wait for the real registration to come back in the mail. So I think maybe 3 weeks after the show, I had paperwork back on the BRC creed too. So I had paperwork on the ABKC for him and under BRC. So now he's double registered because I went to that registry. But anyway, you get to a registry and you pay your entry fee. Most of the time it's going to be about $20, $30. It's nothing expensive. And you're in the show. Now, what you wait for is when they call your class. Maybe it's a puppy, 0 to 6 month standard is the basic class for puppies. So maybe they call for that, or maybe they call for extreme, or maybe they call for pockets, whatever calling for. When you get in, you'll get registered and you'll get a number on your deal, a number that you keep. I kept mine on my sleeve. I put it like this, but I kept mine on my sleeve. I don't know where else everybody kept it, but I kept mine on my sleeve. It's got a little band-aid with it, and then everybody knows that's your registration number. So when they call that number, you go out and you show your dog. Now on shows that I went to, there's a standard way that you walk out and carry the dog back around and then bring him back up to the judge. When he gets back to the judge will do his inspection, and do everything. And based on that, he'll line everybody up and he'll just come back with the ribbon for whoever won. But anyway, that's the basis of it. So basically, you would have been out $30 maybe for entering the dog show or whatever the entry fee was, and then however many shows you wanted to enter. Say, like I said, it was 4 shows and then an extra show at the end. So you could enter all 5 shows and be out about $150 on entry fees for all of the shows, and you just make it an all-day or 2-day event, however long it's there. And you could win all those shows. You could win ribbons in each of those shows. So out about $200, if you got the right dog, you go down there and win. Get trophies and everything. Now what you're gonna need is the regular leash that we normally have is not a show leash. A show leash is more thin. I wish I had one around I could show. I don't have one here, but it's more thin, and it can allow you to bring it back behind the ears, and that's how they stand in there pretty good. They're used to that. That's the training in the stack box and everything. It's with that type of leash. It's not made for those big thick leashes and chains and everything. That's not how you stack. It's supposed to be with a show leash. And I would say have a regular leash to walk around with, and if you have to know your dog, you may need a kennel, and everything that you can do to keep the dog comfortable. Bottled water, ice chest, a little food, whatever bait you're going to use, whatever snacks that you're going to use to keep the dog interested during the show. You got to have all of that on hand. So that's the basics of it. Anybody can do it as long as you have a registered dog. You can enter into the show. you can make a career out of that. You can people can just ride around. You can ride around state to state, all depending on how much money you have to ride around and do all of this. I gave you a short budget because if it's right down the street, this is how much the budget is. But if it's in the state over, then you got all the gas money, the hotels, and the dog entry fee. So you might as well stay there all day. So you got the whole days done. Now we bought a booth. Now that may be part of it. I think that's why it was $30 because we had already bought a booth. Now that was $200 by itself. And at the booth we had a couple tables where the booth is, and your own little area. You can set up everything to keep your dog comfortable. If you had a few dogs, you can have 4 or 5 kennels. That's why I say you need the kennels with you, because you might have more. I only had one dog. You might have more than one dog. You need kennels there. So I guess it's not just $200. You also had the booth rental, and then you had the entry into whichever show that you want to enter into. So $400 or $500 roughly. You might see something there. You wanted a T-shirt somebody had, or you don't have to eat. You're gonna have to get something to drink. So you can spend $450, $500 real quick on the show. But at the end of the day, you're gonna have some ribbons and some things to show that you have confirmation. If you have a nice dog, you should win something sooner or later throughout the day. We didn't stay long. I didn't do one show. We came in, we did the one show, we won. That kicked a little bit, and we was out. We're not very experienced in it, so I thought I would come back, get some more training with him before I would spend any more money getting him in another show. I want to show him how to stand there with him and have everything that I need to do it. Because I was borrowing things because I didn't know I needed a show leash. So I had to borrow these type of things, and I'm very prepared, and that's not the way I do it. So after we won that show, we heard when we left. But that's the basics to it, man. Dog show is necessary. You can do it. Everybody does it. Not everybody does it. That's not what I'm saying. But everybody does it smoothly when they do it. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not anything that's difficult. It's not anything that they're gonna say you can't qualify to get in or anything like that. Now, if you get there and your dog don't have confirmation, then it don't have confirmation. If you get there and your dog got a high rib, you got a high rib. If your dog got, a roach back, you got a roach back. If it's not conforming to the standard, I don't want you to win. So I ain't mad at them. But if you're conforming to confirmation or to the standards of the breed, if you conform to that, that's the whole purpose of this. You should win no matter what color you're. Well, as long as your colors are within the standards of the breed, you should win. Your color and your structure is what they're going to go off of for the confirmation. Now, it's not that big of a cost per show, but can it get expensive? Yes. If you're trying to be the national champion, then that means you got to go state to state, round for round, until you get to the national championships. They don't give you free tickets like American Idol. Nope. You got to pay for this. So to be the national champion, you got to invest. You got to know you got the right one to go all the way up. So it can get expensive. Just trying to be the national champion, just trying to be the regional champion. Any of this is it can start to build up. So a lot of people will do a couple shows a year. I know people that do a couple shows a year, but I know people do every show that comes through. They do it, and that's in their state. Now I don't know people that go national, that go state to state and all that. I don't know those. I don't think I know. Well, I do. So I know all the people. Come to think about it. But I'm the type of person, we went out, did our one, and we done. But in order to be, as far as me, with King Creed, we done. We proved our purpose of it. I don't need to take him back to the show ring. At this point, he's an XL bully. It's a whole different ball game, me taking him in there than it was when he was a puppy. you know. So for me, King Creed retired on top, man. He the king, he the champ. Which doesn't mean nothing to me, but he got confirmation, which I know anyway, whether y'all give me a ribbon or not. So yes, it is a small fee, or to you it might be a lot. I hope this information was helpful to you. If it was, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button for me, man. And once you're in the family, once you're on the Hard Cut team, go check out hardcutbully.com. Get you a jersey, man. We still got these jerseys, man. I got t-shirts to give away too, man. Anybody that go to the website hardcutbully.com and say confirmation juice. I got the code word, it's confirmation. If you go to there and you are a subscriber and you put in juice, I got the code word, it's confirmation. Give me your size and everything. I'm gonna give you a t-shirt for the team. I can't give you a jersey. You get a full hoodie like me, you got to buy that. But I'll give you a jersey. You on the team, man. So anybody, the first person that gets to hardcutbully.com, there's a little text message that you can get to on anywhere on the screen. Hit that little text message. I'm available at any time. I respond to that message. Say, Juice, I'm here. I got the code words confirmation. Confirmation. And give me information, I'm gonna give you a t-shirt. But everybody else, man, subscribe to the channel. Keep us going, man. We're gonna keep it going, man. We got hundreds of people following us. We ain't gonna stop. It's been real fun. We're having a real good time. On another note, before I get off here, man, I gotta say to a motorcycle club that I know that is going through some things, that was in my state that was going through some things. So to the Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club, we send our deepest condolences, man. They had some family members, three of their bikers were killed on the highway accident on I-40. A guy got on the highway the wrong way doing 100 miles an hour and hit him. And the bikes exploded on impact. It's 2-3 days later, and I'm still hearing that there's pieces of the brothers on the streets, on the side there. They haven't picked up all the pieces of people yet. And that's really messed up. So I want to give my condolences out, man, to everybody in the Black Sabbath family, everybody in the motorcycle community, man. Keep your head on the swivel. We don't know what's going on out here. We're gonna keep it rolling. But to everybody else, on a positive note, hey, we're gonna keep it rolling, man. Subscribe to the channel. Go to Hard Cut. Hey, we got Instagram, man. We got Instagram now. So go to Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on YouTube. Check out the Hard Cut Bully store. Hey, get you some Hard Cut, man. It's on.